Now, we talked about what to do when you're growing tea seeds in pots, but it's also a really lovely thing to grow it from seed in the garden, because then you know the taproot boom is going right down where you want it to be. When you transplant it from a pot, sometimes the taproot might run into the bottom or become damaged when you're transplanting it. But if you grow them right in the ground, you know that there's going to be a taproot there. That said, you have to protect the seeds while they're growing. You have to protect them and keep them moist when they're germinating. So there's a couple of things that can threaten them under those conditions. Rodents, field mice or voles can get your seed. And then also simply drying out is an issue. So if you plant them in the summer, keeping them wet. Of course, the most important thing is weeds. So if you have a lot of weeds growing up around your new tea shoots, they'll be more vulnerable to that. So we often use some sort of a ground cloth and poke some holes in it and plant the seeds there. And then that serves to sort of protect them from the weeds as they're germinating. You're not worried about the weeds when they're germinating, but once they first grow, then you're not going to want to do a lot of weeding right around your young seedling. That's a concern when you plant anything out in the garden, but depending on how many you're growing, it's more or less of a challenge.